Well, we're back, and it's time to focus on these columns. Well, we've decided that we are going to wrap these columns in a natural stone. We're not going to do a veneer. We're not going to do a faux stone. We're going to use real stone. We've got a lot of stone coming in, sand, type S. We've got all kinds of materials going to deliver shortly. But in the meantime, our job is to dig down to the foundation of these columns. That way we can set block. That block is going to save a little bit of money, so we're not just burying good stone in the dirt. So let's get started. It is the coldest day of the year, and I believe it was 7 degrees this morning, and we got the stone coming, so I'm getting excited. The columns are coming next. Let's go. All right, well, they're out here early this morning. It's another cold day, and they're starting to bring the rocks down. They have chalk lined the footers to make sure that they're lining everything up perfect. Well, as you can see, they are hanging plastic because we've got a rainy day, and thank goodness we have this overhang to work underneath. These guys are hard at work. As you can see, there is 10 in this crew, and they're fast at it. I can't wait to show you guys the end result of this. As you can see, that they are running vertical string lines up to make sure that they square that exactly perfect, and they're doing it on each and every one of them. Well, it is late. These guys are out working. Man, they are a great crew. I mean, these guys are dedicated and they are getting the job done. It is, looks like about 8 o'clock almost. and you can see that they have already finished several of these columns. They've got just a little bit left, and I don't know if you can see this, guys, but they are hard at work. So it looks like they're gonna wrap this up tomorrow. We got a couple columns on either side of the garage that we're gonna do, some accent columns, and then we're gonna probably call it a break for rock until we work on that front stoop. So we'll come back and show you what this is like tomorrow. Well, it looks like we're about on the last day. They got an early start this morning, and we're gonna try to wrap these columns up. Well, it's almost time to wrap up this project. They are knocking out the last two accents on the garage here. So on this corner and then over here on this corner. And these guys have done such a jam up job. I'm so happy. I'm just so thrilled with the way that these guys work. Let's go check out what they're doing. All right, everybody, all the stonework is completed for this chapter. This will be the first time after everything has cleaned up that we'll get to see a peek of those columns. I've said it multiple times, but I really have been impressed with the crew that was out here. David's crew, Juan and the guys, they did an exceptional job. I shouldn't expect anything other than that because of their reputation. But I got to tell you something. I think y'all are going to be impressed with this. These columns are 3 feet by 3 feet, and some of them are 12 feet tall. And it just really makes a neat impact. So I'm going to spin the camera around so you can see them. All right. Columns on the guest house. And then on the main house over there. I'm gonna just really makes a neat statement. I always wanted those columns stoned, and we had talked about doing several different scenarios and coatings, and we are still going to do the back concrete in some sort of dark charcoal or black, but I really like the way that this turned out. It's exactly what we are going for. I think we are discussing adding cedar headers over the top of the big windows just to give it a little bit more contrast there. With that back wall done in a dark black or charcoal, I think it'll be neat. And Jana and I discussed adding a deck in this area, possibly a little swing, and then we'll have a bridge going across that area where the runoff to the creek is from the creek, and maybe a little staircase going up right there. Really good looking. Let's get a closer look at it. Well, just to give you a reference of how big these columns are, I'm 5'7" on a good day. It's about a 12-foot column right there. I love it. So there's some neat stuff that these guys did that I really appreciate. I asked them to have a little bit of irregularity to it, and they delivered. Like this little tiny rock here that butts out. I wanted that. I wanted these little things that are butting out, and as you go up you can see there's a little bit of rock irregularity through there, but it is exactly what I was asking for, so I'm really happy about that. They did a good job. I like everything, all the craftsmanship. Really happy with. take a look at these others. Again, while we had different masons on each column, they would kind of switch columns every once in a while that way. But the way that they did it, see the irregularity again? The way that they did it, it makes it all very uniform, as if one guy did it. And I especially like this. I like kind of a big detail like that it kind of shows something different in the middle of the column. And up here, underneath, really makes for a nice living area. These columns make a nice finishing point. The concrete wall, when it gets textured, I think this would be a nice area to sit back, kind of chill out, maybe have a deck extend out here a little bit and just relax. See you guys soon.